Good morning. Outside our apartments we have big market, horses and other such commodities. Bullet leads the way again. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a very pleasant whatever day of the week these videos go up. For us it's Saturday the 6th of August. And we're just leaving Arromanches beach again, but this time we're going to the eastern beaches. So it's going to be Juno and Sword, I believe. Juno, I think the Canadians landed, and Sword, the British again. And today actually the Mulberry Harbours, the tide was in, so we got to go up and have a look. The smell though, something powerful, very sulphuric-y, seawatery kind of. Oh look, here's some more harbours. But for now let's head on to Juno Beach and get some lunch. Also then we'll be ending at Sword, I think, and there's a big bunker with a museum in it, and I think there's some Higgins boats, which are the landing crafts that the Allies used, so I'd like to get a look at them. Weather is getting hot again. I think towards the end of the week it's going to be back up into the late 20s. Not good for me, but maybe I'll come back with a tan. Although when you're ginger you don't tan, you just your freckles become more pronounced. At least for me growing up, Omaha and Utah Beach were the main ones that I'd hear and see about, whether it's in video games or films or what have you. I'm also making a massive assumption that this is indeed the beach. Surely, right? Have I gone a beach too close? Is this one of the beaches or is this just a beach? Yeah, we have to go this way unfortunately. So press on. I'm not sure where. I might just check the map and see if we're far from.
We want to go up to the Grand Bunker and we'll stop there and have our lunch and do the tour.
Lovely smell of barbecue going on here. A bit more like Chamorro here with the amusement parks. Things a bit more tourist destination-y than and not traditional like the other places. Merci, monsieur. Here is okay. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Every time we come somewhere, Brendan's bike always gets this sort of attention. Look. Incredible. Whatever that's all about. Well, we got lunch. I think I might have cut half this episode out because we just kept stopping in places that weren't they were either closed or the service was very slow. So we just got some sandwiches at the Intermarché. Now we're on to the Big Bunker Musée della Bunker, something like that. Beautiful day though, and it's a half an hour spin, which I think is much needed at this point. 1, 2, 3. I do love it here, but I must say the service can be awful slow at times. And there was a few cheeky elderly ladies trying to skip the queue as well. What do we have here? A Churchill? Little spigot mortar type cannon, it looks like. I see it. Grand Musée. And I guess to the left. We can't go in that way. Where's the parking? Yeah, that's why I don't think so.
Bicycles there.
Will we try it? Lead on. I'd say if we go this way, that way, and try that way. No, you can't. Oh dear. Now. What do you think? Huh? Yeah? Yeah. Anyways, we're here.
The Grand Bunker at Ouistreham was the control centre for the anti-aircraft defence of the River Orne, Con Canal and Ouistreham Harbour. The concrete tower is 52 feet high and split into 5 levels. Engine rooms, bed chambers, an infirmary, MG42 post, radio transmission, switchboard rooms and more flank the tight corridors of the bunker. On the 5th floor, the rangefinder, which observed a 40-kilometre radius, is still working as my dad demonstrates.
Engineer certainly still works as it should in all sorts of characters. Including myself.
You can climb the ladder to the top floor where the AA guns were once mounted. The bunker itself was a surprise to the men coming off Sword Beach, an unknown element to Allied command.
They dropped a grenade down there or bomb down there, do all sorts of damage.
So strongly dug in were the Germans that the Allies had to skirt around the tower, going on to capture Pegasus Bridge. The British commandos then had to backtrack to capture the Grand Bunker 3 days later. It would be the final piece in the liberation of Ouistreham.
Now, that was the Grand Bunker of the Grand Bunker. Definitely worth a visit. It's pretty much just one of those museums that's kind of like as it was, with a couple of exhibits and some stories about the SOE commandos that found it. Definitely worth going to if you're in this area. I think his name was Bob Orwell, who was tasked with taking the bunker. When they found it, it was locked from the inside. Eventually they used some dynamite to open it up and get the door off of its hinges, which you can see there. And then once they got in, they stepped over some hand grenades that were just in a box. Smoke cleared, and then in perfect English they heard a voice from upstairs, "It's alright, Tommy, you can come on in." To which he replied, "Bugger off, you can come down here." Classic stiff upper lip style humour. Now we're on to Pegasus Bridge, but from this point of view, because my dad hasn't seen it, and it's something good to see if you're in this area. Here come the boys. Sorry, got a little confused there.
How you're managing with your earphones and all.
Occasionally you get silly mistakes like that.
Which way are we heading?
What's that?
Which way are we heading now?
We're going this way, I think. I think it's the next bridge way down there. Oh, this is very old world, this type of woodeny bridge. I think it's worth noting that the main beaches you should go to are kind of Omaha and Utah and Arromanches. They're the ones at the main World War II kind of stuff, if you're into that. The other ones are more, well, they've just returned to what they are, which is just a seaside town beach, which is good, you know. But if you're here for World War II things, St. Mary Glees, Point du Hoc, Utah, Omaha, Arromanches, all that area is World War II land, basically. Good to know though, and you know, the other ones do have little plaques and things, but the Grand Bunker is the main other museum. Other than that, there's not really too much of the history stuff around. Just for effort, just an FYI. Pegasus Bridge somewhere down that way, but K down the road. Apparently it's down this way, so I'm gonna wrap up this video here now.
You've arrived at your destination.
What? This ain't Pegasus Bridge. Where did I put it in? So apparently there's two Pegasus bridges, the boring one we drove over and the actual drawbridge one that we saw before. So just kind of a quick look at it, and I'll wrap it up here. Thanks for joining me on all these World War II beaches of Normandy adventure. You should go and have your own now. Get a bike, get a bus, just go out and experience these things. Because, you know, make the most of your time if that's what you're into. Oh, there's probably some boat going through. We could probably filter up the way, couldn't we? Because in theory there won't be any traffic coming the other way, I think. Boring Pegasus Bridge. Traffic on the Pegasus Bridge. It will be as cheeky as to pull into the right here. At least this way, if the traffic stops again, we can sneak off a different way. We parked in, there's like a little, the next right, it's supposed to be just for bicycles, so we just pulled in. No one seemed to mind.
Well, there goes my dad to the ferry. Now it's time for me to get Daisy ready for the adventure across Europe. Stay tuned.
Hi, nice to meet you.